So if I search for hydration backpacks, you'll see you get varying different ones. Again, we have sponsored listings. I'm not going to go into sponsored listings in this because there's way too much. If I pull up the first one that I've got here, so this is a very basic. So we have 12 images in eBay, and these images are good. They're not great, but they're not too bad. The other thing, we only have 85 characters in eBay, so make them count. Don't worry about using your brand name, not in your title. Get your main keywords in there first. And then scrolling down in this listing, eBay throws all these wonderful other people's products in front of your buyers, which is really frustrating. But if I scroll down to here to this description, this listing is abysmal. Like, that's terrible. How boring is this? It's really, really boring. They've got some photos in here and they're not bad, but I would it's certainly not a great listing at all. Really, really boring. The next one I've got here is slightly better. Again, similar sort of keywords. This is what people are going to be chasing. It's a hydration pack. It's a bladder bag. These are all fairly standard keywords for this item. Scrolling down here, this one here, they've branded their store. So this is a really good thing, and this is what I do in my own listing. Not as big as this. I don't go as broad as this. This is way too valuable real estate when eBay keeps throwing in your competitors. You want to grab people pretty quickly, but you can brand your listings. And so I have a much better header than this. But the idea, you can show people on every listing what you sell. So it really gets in there. This is more like a storefront. Yes. So you've got different things that you sell, so people can see that you sell different things. And I would almost guarantee that every one of their listings will have this same header, because that's what you should do. And so you can see here now that this is laid out more like an Amazon, the old enhanced brand content type things with your bullet points. And now bullet points was the first thing I ever did when Neil taught me about Amazon, because as I showed in this first one, this was a fairly typical eBay listing. You put in the description. We know that people don't read. We've always known that, even way back before I would join Neil and did Amazon. The one thing that came up all the time in the eBay forums was customers don't read. So having bullet points really does help. And I think that's one of the first things that I really noticed was get your bullet points in. People can scan it. If they're really interested, they'll go down and read the rest. So this is, I'd say, probably a 7 out of 10. This one was way too busy here. So they're using that same idea of showing that they sell everything. But I get to this, and the first thing I think of is, well, they're Chinese drop shippers because they don't know what they're selling. And again, it's not a particularly good listing. So this was just messy. I can see what they're trying to do, but it just doesn't cut through. I didn't even know that I was in the right place until I kept scrolling and found the description. So I have an Amazon-esque type hero image with a free bonus. Now, you don't have to have pure white images for eBay. You can get away with a lot. When I'm doing things, I'll tell people, have a look at the SERPs page. Sometimes they're really busy with lots of things like this. This one's way too small. So if the SERPs page is full of really, really busy images like this, sometimes the Amazon type plain white background, like my one here, can really stand out. If the SERPs page is full of Amazon type plain white background stuff, then something like this can also stand out. So just be the one that jumps out. We don't have the limitations on eBay that we do with Amazon for our hero image. So make it stand out. Again, make it really professional though. Like, I think most of these, if I scroll down, like this one's showing all 6 colors, but it's really small. It's really small. the one that I've made, you can see it's a backpack. I've flared out the straps. You can sort of just see that there's a free bonus there, but it shows up pretty well. So it stands out pretty well. I'm not going to go into bulk savings. That's a listing again. Going down through, so I've hinted that there's a free bonus. I've made that bigger as the second image. Lifestyle images, infographics, showing what the varying things were, all the bits and pieces, infos, and, another lifestyle image here. So that was a really fun image to make. You know how hard it is to show a torch on a white background? Not fun. So scrolling down, item specifics, and I'll show you these. And again, so this is set out exactly as the old enhanced brand content templates that they used to be. Now, many moons ago, somebody asked Neil what was the best enhanced brand content layout, and it was a layout called Lily. So this is what I use, and a lot of mine are still set out to this day. So bullet points, another hero, another image here with, and this is where it comes with eBay over Amazon. We can put in alt tags here, so you put in your keywords in your images as well. So, and just showing everything. So it's an Amazon looking listing, if that makes sense. So you get everything in there, and each of these should have, no, they don't all have, but again, gifting, and get your alt tags in there. So hydration backpack, paracord bracelet. So getting keywords in there. Now, the way I create these listings, if I go into revise your item, I use a program called Stripo. Now, this came about in one of my business coaches' webinars. She was talking about this. What Stripo is predominantly meant for is to make HTML email newsletters. And as my coach Tash was going through the webinar, I was realizing that it was creating really, really clean HTML code, which is what email platforms want. They don't want a lot of extraneous code. And Ben will say that that's right. Email newsletters need to be really, really clean code. Otherwise, they tend to not perform very well. So Stripo is free. It's great. It works on really simple structures of 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, and it's just drag and drop. So it's super, super simple to use. When you finish, you just export. You get 4 per month free. Export as HTML. I set everything there, and it exports it as, I'm not going to do it right now, but it exports it as, if I go down to my code here, really, really lots of lovely code that looks perfect, and it's all compliant. There's no there's no JavaScript code or nothing that anything doesn't like. The one thing it does when you do mobile friendly checker, it always makes it a little bit wide. So when you go, it'll say it's a little bit wide. This will say fix it for me, and it just does it. So it's all mobile friendly. There's no active content. There's no non-compliant links. Everything's just perfect. So Stripo is just brilliant. So stripo.email it is. Super, super simple, and makes your eBay listings brilliant. So keeping it really simple, using your keywords. Another thing that's really good to do, let me get out of here, close. You'll see I've got my title here, hydration backpack, and then repeat those same sort of keywords, your main keywords, repeat them as the first line of your description as well, because eBay is going to crawl both. Video has, now there are easier ways to do video. So the way I do it in Stripo is simply add it in as a block in here and just add a YouTube video.
Hey, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We help people just like you start your own successful business, selling things online, whether that's through Amazon, Shopify, eBay, whatever it may be. We've got the tools that you need to help you succeed online. Whether you're a complete beginner or indeed a professional making millions of dollars, we can certainly help you. By the way, we've helped over 2,500 people right now here in Australia, as well as right around the world. We've got sales in our members community of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out how we did that and come and join us, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link is in the description. That's aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, and I will see you on the inside.